Hey, evening everybody. It's unusual for me to come in the evening, but I've had a really busy day, so I have decided to come in here tonight, but wanted to talk about wanting to see results. Partly that's the reason why I'm coming in tonight rather than during the day, but I will explain what I mean. Are you in a situation right now where you're not seeing the results you need? Now, it could be that you're not seeing the results in your business. Or it could be that maybe you're not seeing results with your weight loss. And that's a classic for me, because obviously working in the health and fitness industry, I come across that problem all the time. And this is where I need to tell you that you have to be really, really honest. You have to be really honest with where you're at right now, because I've heard so many times people say, but actually my diet's pretty good. You know, I eat really well. I eat really healthily. I eat good foods. I eat organic foods and eat lots of fruits and vegetables. And that's what they say. And maybe you are eating well. And maybe you do have a good diet. Maybe you're getting a really great mix of nutrients, vitamins, minerals. You're drinking plenty of water. And yeah, great. You know, from a nutritional point of view, diet's good. Excellent. Well done. And maybe, you know, the other thing I hear is, well, I'm pretty active. I walk a lot. I walk the dog every day. I garden. I go for a run at least once or maybe twice a week. And maybe you are. Maybe that's good. Maybe you are moving. Well, you know, you're fairly fit, you're fairly strong, you've got reasonably good cardiovascular fitness or strength and things like that. Maybe that's good. And you know, maybe I hear things like, well, you know, I meditate, I take time for me, I journal before I go to bed, I do my gratitude, and maybe you are. And that's all good. But the thing is, at the end of the day, if you are not seeing the results that you want, you have to change something else, or you have to change something in the routine you already have. And the reason I'm sort of talking about that is that I suppose it was a bit of a light bulb moment for me earlier today, because I've got some frustrations in my business right now. And I thought to myself, am I just doing the same thing that I have been doing? So therefore, I'm seeing the same results that I was getting before, but I'm frustrated because I'm not seeing the results that I want. And it was like, yeah, maybe needs time to take a bit of my own advice. And you need to do the same thing. You need to really look inside and be completely honest with you. So let's say you are trying to lose some weight and you do have a healthy diet and you do move, you go walking every day and you meditate or you relax or you've got a good sleep routine, and you think to yourself, well, doing all the right things, and why am I not seeing any results? The reason you're not seeing any results is because your body is very clever. It's more clever than you think. So it has got used to the way you are being. And it's happy with where you're being because you're not starving it. You're feeding it good nutrition. And so it's thinking, well, you know, well, this is great. This is the status quo. So you have to mix it up. So what could you do? Well, you could change your eating to perhaps eat a little bit more on some days than you normally do. Or maybe you eat a little bit less on some days. You have to change something to get a change in your metabolism. It's exactly the same as running a business or starting a business. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, or you're giving the same message, saying the same message, there is a point where you'll only get the same results. So you need to change something. You know, if you are meditating and you are journaling, that's great. They're really good habits. Keep them going. There's no reason that you need to stop doing the things that are good for you, but it's looking at where you can make tweaks. So, you know, maybe you do rest, you do relax, you do meditate, you do journal, but you've got a bit of a habit of binge watching TV and staying up late on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday night. Well, do you know what? Maybe that's something that you could change. Maybe you could say, do you know what, I'm going to be a really boring old fart and I'm going to go to bed at the same time on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday as I do during the week. If you do that for a period of time, and it doesn't have to be a long period of time, you may well see results. If you don't, well, then maybe you need to tweak something else, like the amount of food you consume or the type of food you consume or when you consume your food. The same thing goes with exercise. If you are, let's say you are a runner and you do the same route pretty much every time you go out. So it's always a 5K, it's always down the same road, down the same path, and it's always at the same pace. And you get back and yes, you feel hot, yes, you feel out of breath, yes, you feel a little bit tired, but your body's used to it. It's absolutely used to it. If you've got a marathon runner to do sprint training, they would find it really tough because their body is used to long, slow running. Well, actually not slow because they run quite fast. But you get the idea is that their bodies are conditioned for a particular way of being. So if they switch their training to do something else, then their body has to change. And it's the same with your life. So if we take this away from weight or we take this away from business, if you are feeling stuck in your life right now, but you constantly do the same as you've always done, then nothing is going to change. So you have to change something else. And maybe that is just changing your mindset about the way you look at things. So maybe it could be just as simple as when you wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I'm so tired, I don't want to get up. You become aware of that thought in your head. You switch that thought to go, it's another new day. I'm going to have a great day today. And it might sound corny, it might sound silly, but honestly, it can make a huge difference. It's just creating a different pattern. It's creating a different habit. It's creating a different routine. And it's changing something. So if you're not getting the results you want, so I'm trying this tonight because I do a lot of videos during the day. Quite often I do them in the morning, but I don't do many in the evening. So I thought, why don't I come online and go live in the evening? And what's really interesting is now I've got 4 people watching me, and normally during the day I might, if I'm lucky, have 1. But generally I talk to myself. So maybe I need to do this, and maybe you need to just take a good, honest look about what's really going on in your life. You know, I've had many clients over the years, especially when it comes to weight, who tell me, but I eat really well and I haven't eaten very much this week and I haven't had any chocolate, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yep, but nothing's changing. So therefore you need to change something. And, you know, and then I might offer some advice about what they could do. And then the excuses start like, oh, I couldn't possibly miss breakfast. Or, you know, I'd find it really hard if I didn't have my soup, salad, roll, etc., for lunch, because I like it and it's easy and it's convenient and blah, blah, blah. But do you know what? If you want to see change in your life, you want to feel differently and you want to get results, you have to do something different. So you have to either start doing something different or you have to stop doing something that you're already doing. So there we go. Time to be honest and be truthful, even if it's just to yourself. But what really helps is to be honest and truthful to another human being that you trust. Whether it's a coach, your best friend, your partner, your lover, whoever it is. But when you put it out there, then you're more likely to do something about it. So there we go. Hope that helps. If you need help with any of this, I've got my 5-day challenge, which is starting next Monday. It's free. Only thing you need to invest is a little bit of time, a little bit of energy, and take it seriously and do the work. And I can promise you that in those 5 days next week, that you will recognise the areas where you can make changes. And they won't be as bad as you think they will. And they won't be as difficult as you think they will to implement. So if you want to join the 5-day challenge, I'll put the link to sign up in the comments below. Have a great evening. I'm going to go out and walk the dog now. Take care.